A Colorado family is getting what is believed to be the largest settlement of $19 million in state history for the wrongful death of their son. Christian Glass was shot and killed by former Clear Creek County Sheriff's Deputy Andrew Boyen in Silver Plume last year while experiencing a mental health crisis. Glass was paranoid, was hallucinating and delusional. Was called 911 to report being followed as the officer tried to put Glass out of the car for an hour despite his condition before fatally shooting him. Boyen is facing second-degree murder charges, official misconduct, and reckless endangerment charges. His supervisor, Sergeant Kyle Gould, is charged with criminally negligent homicide and reckless endangerment for not intervening. The settlement, which tops the $15 million settlement reached in 2021 for the death of Elijah McClain, is the largest for a police killing in Colorado and ranks among the top in the U.S. Edward Hopkins, one of the attorneys involved in this case, joins us now from Denver. So, okay, so they're paying the settlement, but obviously, I'm sure the family still wants these officers brought to justice.
No doubt about it, and they are likely going to be brought to justice. The Clear Creek District Attorney has brought charges after a grand jury indicted both the officer that fired the shots as well as the officer that ordered everybody to get into the car. So those officers are facing charges, and the prosecution is ongoing.
So, so they're paying the settlement, but obviously the city did not actually admit to any wrongdoing, correct?
No, they carefully worded their statement about this. They did not admit to any wrongdoing, like you say, but they also did acknowledge that there were some procedural shortcomings, but we stopped short of saying we did something wrong.
So what we're seeing, though, is that what often happens in these cases where a lot of these officers, they get returned to the force other places. First of all, were these two, are they still on the force? Were they fired?
They were fired. They were fired after the grand jury indicted.
And so when is this headed to trial?
That I do not know. We do hope it will be heading to trial soon.
Okay, then. Well, we certainly appreciate you joining us. Hopefully, this family will get some justice. All too often we see these cases where it doesn't happen, but thankfully a grand jury is certainly seen to indict these officers for their actions.
Well, they are going to get some justice. The family did get justice. The family certainly cleared their son's name. Initially, the reports were that he may have been responsible for his own death, and they were very adamant about making sure that the public knew that he did nothing wrong, that he was extremely stressed out, that he was panicking, and that this could have been handled very differently. Had the officers who were there intervened and stopped this, he would still be alive today. But there's another thing I want your audience, because I'm a member of the audience, to know. The work you are doing, the work that everyone who is doing, who is a social activist, everybody's working the political systems, that work is working. The reason why we were able to do this for the Glass family had a lot to do with what happened with George Floyd and with Elijah. So, but for Elijah and the changes that it made to the state, we probably would not have been able to get the Glass family this justice as quickly as we were.
All right, then. All right. Edward, we certainly appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All right, folks, back to our Road Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
When you talk about blackness and what happens in black culture, we're about covering these things that matter to us, speaking to our issues and concerns.
This is a genuine people-powered movement.
There's a lot of stuff that we're not getting. You get it, and you spread the word.
We wish to plead our own cause. Too long have others spoken for us. We cannot tell our own story if we can't pay for it.
This is about covering us.
Invest in black-owned media.
Your dollars matter. We don't have to keep asking them to cover our stuff. So please support us in what we do, folks.
We want to hit 2,000 people, $50 this month, raise $100,000. We're behind 100,000, so we want to hit that. Y'all money makes this possible.
Checks and money orders go to P.O. Box 57196, Washington, D.C. 20037-0196. The Cash App is $RM Unfiltered. PayPal is R Martin Unfiltered. Venmo is RM Unfiltered. Zelle is Roland@RolandSMartin.com.